Testing 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated. Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the recovery addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughened him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
I don't know. I can't see if anyone can see me at all. I'm not sure if anyone's here. I'm not even sure if if any. I know chat is working. I can see chat, and that is it. No, now is a bad time to install updates. No voice. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Mic 1. Let's see. Do you have a picture? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can you hear me now? Check 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 1 2. Do you have voice now? I have one channel voice. Oh man. Can you hear me? I can hear myself. That's a good sign. Test 1, 2. Let's see. Cam 1 on, off. Test 1, 2. There's another echo. Can you see anything? Okay, super low volume, better, perfect sound. You can see me and hear me? How's the buffering going? I just ran my audio through. Sorry, my chair is super noisy. I have a towel here to catch all the sweat. Are you hearing me in both channels or just in one ear? Test 1, 2. All right. Let me do whatever you just did. Turn it up a little more. Okay, so we'll crank it a little bit more. Is that better? Test 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Testing 1, 2. You can hear my fan, right? That dull roar. You can see the desert land and random people walking by. Breaker 19. I hear some audio in my right ear, but not very much. Like something's wrong there. It's probably something left over from when I fixed the audio on a previous stream. Let's see, internal speakers. Yeah, I'm actually in the shade for the most part. You can't see me yet. How about that? Now you can see me. Do an EQ cut around 1280 or so? Give me a second. Let me see if I can plug that in. I don't know why I am running my entire laptop off my phone hotspot. Because I can't use. I mean, I can set a signal using the LiveU, which is, I don't know, hopefully a good picture. Loud and clear. Good job. Thanks, Chris. Let me see if I can run that 280. Okay. We're just going to dip at 280, right? There we go. It's got a dip at 280, but it's only cutting out a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I can turn my fan off. You know, I don't have to be. I can overheat for you guys. You know, I'm willing to do that. I don't even know where my audio is coming from. I hope it's not on board that camera. It sounds. Oh, it's this one. I think we're good. Because I'm hotspotting off my phone from my computer to be able to see chat. I cannot see what's going out, so I have to just trust my switcher and know what's on there. Wanted to show you a little bit. Here's where I am right now. This is a view out across the campsite. Actually, the lake is that way, and we're looking the other way. So we're looking away from the lake, but the whole area is covered in sand, forest and sand. It's a weird forest because it's a very sandy forest, and there are a lot of bugs. I was going to take a picture of a bug, but I ran to the facilities, which if you can see way behind me, there's a facility behind me. Running water heater, showers, very nice. There's a mop bucket in front of the door just to remind us to clean it before we leave. And inside that mop bucket at the top, just about scared me to death, there's like a scarab beetle that's, roughly the size of a baby Labrador. It was huge, and it's like scratching inside the bucket wanting out, but I'm not going to let it out right now because I know it'll just chase me. The fan was fine, don't overheat. Okay, I will do that. I'm more worried about the equipment. Everything but this camera that you're seeing right now is, not this one, but everything else is right in front of me, in the shade. I wish I could show you my live view. It's actually hanging right behind the camera off the eave of the roof with 4 modems, 2 modems just dangling in the air. I've had to twist it and get the right configuration to get it to work. Can somebody tell me how the video is looking as I go to load the video we're going to watch today? Give me just 1 second. Fan is fine. You're making us hot. The bugs. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, sleeping. The cabin that the men sleep in. Okay, 'cause this is a girls' camp, so we're here just to provide security for the girls who are at camp. But the cabin that the men sleep in is the only cabin that does not have air conditioning. It does have a fan near the roof of the ridge line of the cabin, and on the inside of that fan and powering that fan sounds like a full-size semi-trailer, a 18-wheeler engine, like a diesel engine. And so when you turn that on, it sounds like you're sitting in like a trucker's parking lot and somebody's idling their engine right next to you. So that's what we get to hear while we sleep. But it does a good job of moving the air. I mean, that motor is huge. So it's very, very loud. And let's see, did the video play? Did the intro video play? Thank you for. I don't have any water. It's all in there. I've got ice cold lemonade and water within eyesight, so I can pass out knowing that it's nearby. Yes, it's my version of camping, says Allie. Full power and camera gear. I brought everything but the desk, and I have a table here with me to put everything on. I even brought my Eero home Wi-Fi network because I needed something. I didn't want to reconfigure everything to do manual IP connections, so I wanted something that would just do DHCP, which is Dynamic Host Control Protocol, where it sends out an IP address to everything that's connected, and it just works together, even though there's no internet coming through it. So I did that. Are you relaxing? Enjoying my relaxing vacation. Gail, I wish I was. I forgot. I forgot the setup I need to put your chats on the screen. And it's something I think I could do. Sound effects are muted. I'm trying to get them running right now, but is the non-sound effects working? Like the seat command? Is that? Yeah, that's working. Okay, so what happened is I'm running the tool that handles all the commands off a different computer, and so all the files that it plays, the audio files that it plays, are on the other computer. So it triggers the command, and there's nothing there to play. Though that's another thing I need to learn. Did you leave Mrs. Ari with no internet so you could have it? No, we've got two of their routers, in the office, and so she has one, and I have the one that's not connected to the internet. So let me, if the video works, we want to show a police chase. I'm thinking it's the one from the 13th. Well, so we've got one from the 13th. Yeah, I think that's it. Give me just 1 second to get it pulled up. Okay, we want audio on. And let's see. Let me know if you can see this, if it's playing, or more importantly, if you can hear it. Because I can't even see the video. I'm an idiot. Are people watching you now? No. I think there's one or two other leaders that are working on the food for later in the day, but all the campers and most of the leaders have left to go rock climbing at a rock climbing facility, and they won't be back for a couple hours. Let's see, I'm on a long delay, so let me know if the video is of the car chase. You can see it but not hear any audio. There may not be any audio at this point. All I know about this one, this is the police chase of the BMW going over 100 miles an hour. You guys will have to tell me what's happening, because I'm like a blind guy that's also deaf in this one. Man. Let's see. So that's something to learn. I could follow it here. Maisla, I don't know anyone else who could do that. Would do this or could do this. Would is the operative word there. I don't know if we've got audio later or if this comes in. It might be the intro to the interview or the intro to the police chase, where oftentimes the camera doesn't connect, or the news reporter doesn't connect to the news station till like 20 minutes in, and then like, okay, now I'll go ahead and go live, and then they bring his audio in, and then he narrates from there. I could skip ahead and jump back here. We're 2 minutes in. Let me just see if we have anything. See if we have any audio later on. We're going to jump back to where we were. It's going to be a silent police chase. Sorry. I rewound a little bit. It's a silent police chase. Get a sweatband. I need like a beach towel size sweatband. White car, helicopter view, says Thomas. He's moving. There will be audio, says Lee. I'm trusting you on this one. I tell you, we are in a state park, and I've never been in a state park in North Carolina that's quite like this. This is a little bit bizarre. The people that run the park, I guess the Forest Service or the National Park Service, they're like all up in your business. Really, I guess that's a good thing. They're service oriented, which you don't get a lot of times. But I mean, we're in here in the mess hall eating breakfast, and they just come walking in. It's like, hey, here to take out the trash type thing. It's like, just come on in, I guess. You know, we're at least we're all decent. You know, I don't know, but it was crazy. They're also shutting off the water to the restrooms Thursday, which is great because we're all going to be here all day Thursday. 40 or so youth and a dozen or so leaders, and that's the day they chose to fix the facilities for half the day. Have you tried a cooling towel? I like it. I actually have. Check this out. I have one of these. It's a neck fan. I got this, and I thought that it was one size fits most, but I'm a big guy, right? I'm full grown adult. At least I like to think so. I'm the size of an adult. Whether or not I act like one, that's questionable. But I got this neck fan. It has it's USB charger, and you take it and put it around your neck like this, and you just push the button. If I put it on high speed, you might be able to hear it. Let's see. Can you hear that? It's basically like a turbo fan that blows up your neck. But I was hoping it would like blow in my face because I wanted it to blow like the bugs, the little no-see-em bugs that they like see an eyeball, and I'm like, oh, landing spot, and I wanted like a wall of wind to protect myself from that. It doesn't quite work that way, but the kids love it. I'll have to let my kids play with that. How's the bug situation? The bugs are winning, Ritz. The bugs are definitely winning. We do not see you at all. Oh, I need to do picture-in-picture. How about this? Is that better? Show us the neck fan. We can't see you. I think I've got picture-in-picture turned on. So I should be in the bottom corner now. Get yourself a frog tog. Chili pad, cheap and effective. RA is very high maintenance, we're learning. I'm a little bit high maintenance. Let's see, what's the... Yes, picture in picture. There we go, okay. Should have brought that salt gun. I would need, I guess we could load it with sand, because this isn't pretty good. It's almost like table salt. It's a white sand all over through here. We're actually near White Lake in North Carolina. Awesome. The delay on this is longer than I hoped. We're looking at about 10 to 15 seconds, which isn't the best for conversation, but I think we're a quarter of the way through the police chase, roughly. Pick is on. ABC 7 feed has sound. I probably should have taken the other feed. I probably downloaded the wrong one. Okay, you guys keep mentioning the salt gun. I have to do this. Not sure if it's on or not. I have to do the salt gun. I just Googled neck fan. I need a neck fan that comes around and has like a face fan, because my neck is actually not hot. It's my face that is sweating to death. Did I make it out of the hammock without incident? Yes and no. My knee is killing me. I sort of rested with the weird spot, and I like hyperextended my knee in the hammock, sort of like, and my right knee is telling me that I should probably not go running anytime soon. Do they stay on the highway? No, they go in surface streets as well. How many hours did it take you to set up for us? I've been up since 5, and it is 9:53. I've been fighting with the manufacturer on this live stream, trying to get everything working the way it is. I'm actually impressed that it's functioning, because I have less than 1 bar on each of the modems that's connected, and only I think I had 3 at one point. I had 3 modems connected instead of 4. So with only 3 modems and a signal going out, that's pretty good. Oh no, the hammock will do me in. Maisla, I heard you laugh. I saw that. The off-clip on mosquito fan is really good too. The mosquitoes have not been bad. I'll tell you why. We have they do these bat houses. They don't have one in our campground, but all the other campgrounds have a big, huge pole in the middle of the campground, and like 20 feet up it, there's this little bat house that bats can fly up. And you know it's a bat house because there's bat poop all over on the ground around them. And you get near it and you just hear little chirping and scratching and noises. So it's chock full of bats in there. And they keep the mosquitoes down, but the larger bugs are bigger than the bats. And so they don't stand a chance against them. The worst ones are, we have those huge, those wood flies that sort of drill a hole in the wood. They drill into the wood. We've got those bees, and they're aggressive, but they don't like sting. They just like to fly at you and try to scare you off. We've got those, and we have lots of little flying ant type things. I'm running to the store. Do you want anything? Who sent me that? Who sent me that? Carol, thank you. Carol, I'm honestly, this is not the best for you, and I do apologize for that. I wish I had everything set up and we could follow the court case. Especially, I heard Greener sent me just some amazing updates on the court case today, what was going on, or what went on yesterday when the judge was, when Eiglash started using hypothetical situations with that police officer, saying, if you were, in this situation, what would my client, should my client do next? Which direction would you run? Would you start at the bottom? How fast would you go? How would you figure out which direction to find, to look? And eventually the prosecution started objecting, which was right, and they should. He wasn't phrasing the questions right. He was asking the police officer what his client should have done instead of what the police officer would do. And I realize there's probably a psychological reason for asking that way, but it makes it so that he's speculating on what the client should do, and it's sort of outside the realms. He wasn't an expert witness. Eventually the judge, after sustaining a number of objections, finally just kicked the jury out and said, hey, guess what? Surprise bathroom break. You guys leave. Sent the witness out as well because he didn't want him to hear what was going on, and then just ripped into Mr. Eiglash and said, hey, you can't do this. He even told him how to do it, how to move forward. He said, you can ask questions like this, but not like that. And Mr. Eiglash sort of pushed back a little, saying, Mark was saying prosecution did it. Like, no, prosecution worded it, what would you do, not what would my client do. So you can't have them speculate that way. And so that was neat. Greeners, thank you very much. Greeners is also keeping track of the sustained objection count, and I think we're up to 67. So I actually, believe it or not, I have the sustained objection count with me. Let's see, where is it at? Where is it at? Of course, somebody shut it down. Okay, where's my counter? No, I don't have it with me. It's on my other iPad.
Just sent the super sticker with 4.99.
I just heard a super sticker voice. Maggie Carr just sent a super sticker with 4.99. Thank you. That played over my laptop, but not into... Okay, I need to send... You know what I need? I have the cable to fix that. Let's see. When I say I have the cable to fix that, I'm not joking. I've used most of my cables that I normally use, and I still have, sorry, it's a mess, but I still have all these cables on standby in case I need any others. So let's see, I need this one right here. If we take this out. So just for all you techies, this is a this is a USB-C to HDMI adapter cable. So one end plugs into my Mac, and the other end has an HDMI that plugs into the switcher. I'm not going to actually send a picture through this, but I'm going to use it to take the audio from the computer, which is where I'm hearing, super sticker type things. I need to be able to see where I'm plugging that in so I know what channel to turn on. Hold tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go in channel 5. Turn the audio on, reset. Okay, so now we have audio from the computer. Let me test that really quickly. Okay, it's connecting. I'm not sure 67 it is, says Greeners. Greeners, honestly, thank you so much for that email. Greeners sent me not just an email saying, hey, this is what's going on, but sent me everything like, sorry, I need to plug this in before my phone dies. That's important as well. Sent me timestamps of when different things happened, updates. It was amazing. Sorry, my mother-in-law is calling me. I'm not sure if I'm set up. I don't think I'm set up to be able to put her on the air. Nor does I think she want to be on the air. Julie, I am what do they call it when it's I've got a terminal disease that I collect cables, dongles, and adapters. It's pretty bad.
Camping, studio microphone, level slider, control knobs, headphones, satellite antenna, camping. This camping stream is great. Thanks for bringing us along at Recovery Addict.
That was from Red Pen with a super sticker for $10 with a bunch of emojis. I wish I could put these on the screen. How do I do a pop out? Let's see, I might be able to do this. It is so slow here. Go to live chat. Pop out chat. Since I don't need to see the picture, if I can get chat on my screen popped out, I might be able to put your C5. This is a little tricky, but I think I might have it here. It's just so slow. I think at this point they're have they caught the guy? I think he's about to reach the end of his run. Okay, chat is up. Let me fix a couple things. I think I could run it all off the same device. This is going to look a little bizarre for just a minute, so hang in there. Okay. Is that coming up right on the screen? Why did it only go in one ear? Probably something I messed up, honestly. I'm running test 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, I know why. Oh, that's my bad. What I've done is I've got a safety channel turned on my audio. I'm using, instead of my normal microphone, I'm using a Rode wireless mic. And I've told it to record the main audio and then a safety channel. So on the left channel, it has the full audio, and on the right channel, it has the audio 20 decibels lower. So if in case I ever were to yell or to clap or it would blow out the audio on one side, I would have a copy of the audio recorded that I could use. So it's just a setting. I can fix that once I'm connected to the, let's see, once I'm connected properly. Is the chat... Funny new voice. BBE Cat and Animal Lover, welcome to the gallery. Welcome back. Good to have you with the Green Courthouse by your name. And I think Abby UK gifted a membership as well. Thank you so much. We've got a runner. Okay, he's finally running. It's about time. He's running now. Is the chat appearing on the screen? What is the red thing at the bottom of the screen? I see a purple blotch. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off then. It looks like I've probably got the settings wrong. Wait for it. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work the way I thought it would. I will tell you, I discovered a new setting on. Oh, I just lost that camera. Probably because it overheated. Okay, so no view of the sand. I'm gonna set this camera out of the sun just a little bit. No chat on screen. It's a purple blob. Okay, the purple blob should be going away. Okay, I'll figure that out. Cat and Animal Lover, thank you so much. I think we're just about to the end of the live stream. So as far as the chase, and I believe this was yesterday. I think it was out of LA, and I do apologize. I thought I had downloaded the one with audio on it. Obviously, I don't have a strong enough connection to download the one with audio because I have to actually download it from the internet onto my phone. I'm playing it off my phone instead of off the internet. It's just tricky, but let's see. I'm hooked on the Sleeping Father trial. Kevin, is that... how come you're not out playing with the kids? Connie, they're climbing rock walls. I'm in no shape to climb a rock wall. My knee is throbbing right now. I actually have a ibuprofen in my pocket. I was supposed to take that, but I forgot. Let me tell you what I had for breakfast, though, honestly. One of the benefits of going to a youth camp like this is the youth cook. And we have a leader who's like a professional chef. And so between the youth and the professional chef, I wake up in the morning, roll my butt out of bed. I actually got up at 5 o'clock, so I was not lazy at all. But I got up and ran to, oh, there we go. I think we're done. So let's switch back to here. There we go, and turn that one off. Okay. I apologize for having the wrong video, but I got out of bed and they were making crepes for breakfast.
For a dry shirt and towel after the stream.
Thomas, thank you for the super chat. I do have spare towels, knowing that this would be the case. Anyway, got out of bed and they got up at like 6 and were making crepes, and they made these incredible, just delicious, light, fluffy, perfect crepes. And then we had chopped strawberries, we had raspberries, and I don't know what, the raspberries were like the size of, you know, like a small apricot. And then we had these darker ones, I don't know what they are. Are they blackberries? Could be blackberries. I think they were blackberries. And they were like the size of a peach. They were just massive. And so we had huge raspberries, huge blackberries, strawberries, a little bit of powdered sugar on there. We spread some Nutella on the bottom of the crepe. And it's like peanut butter chocolate for those that are missing out on that heaven-sent goodie. And then wrap that up, and then on the side we had scrambled eggs and sausage. And so, I mean, I'm eating like a king. Anyway, so that was good fun. So let's see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Where's the chat? Restore the chat. It went away. I lost you guys. Sorry. I was thinking. Okay, so Sleeping Father. Tell me a little bit about Sleeping Father and where is it at? Because I don't know how long it's going to go. This Parkland trial, they say, might end next week. So originally we thought it was going to go forever. But they say it might end next week, which would be, it would be awesome to have that wrapped up. I don't want a case like that to drag on forever, especially into Sarah Boone. But if the Sleeping Father is one that we could follow as well, honestly, I won't be able to do anything till I get back in the studio. So this week is sort of shot for that. Is that the one where they dumped acid on him or something? The daughter or the child killed the parent? Now you want perfect crepes. Sharon, it was beyond delicious. It was so good. I have to add on the top, whipped cream. Sprayed whipped cream. It was so good. Evangeline, I am roughing it. Look at this sweat. Here I am sitting here in the shade. It's hot in here. It's not air conditioned, although I do have, a fan blowing on me. And I'm bummed that I grabbed the video without the audio. I think I have this one here. Does this one play audio? Trying to hear anything. We've got one more. We'll do one more. Ready? Does that work? Because this one does have audio. So let's cut to this one and turn this on. I think my face is covering the speedometer. So I apologize for that. I can't fix it right now. It's either you get all of me covering it or nothing.
What a close call. Wow. I think we're streaming, so hopefully you guys can hear us. You're probably hearing me screaming. This one is a nail biter, guys, on Valley Boulevard coming up to Garfield. This is the LAPD's Hollenbeck division that is in pursuit of a stolen car. It's a silver Hyundai. Man, this has been scary. This guy is running like...
This is from the 9th, so this was 5 days ago.
Extremely crazy here. 80 miles an hour plus we've seen on surface streets. Lots of close calls. I think he might have hit a car at one point. Barely missed hitting that box there.
Our audio's cutting out. Hope they bring it back.
After all, because they're trying to get this guy. They're trying to get this guy to calm down, thinking that if they pull the units off, that maybe he'll start to drive a little more normally. But it's not working, folks. He's still as crazy as ever.
Is this the same chase?
Looks like he's going to be getting on
Purple Haze, the Parkland case is not live today.
I want to get the direction here real quick. I'm waiting till he joins the freeway. Looks like he's going to go eastbound 10. So he had a couple options there, so I wanted to confirm before I said anything. But looks like
hey, Mrs. R.A.
in Alhambra.
I miss the wife and the children. I really do. Got to FaceTime a little bit. We actually had to Zoom each other this morning to talk. Nothing would work except for Zoom with each other.
Just got his running lights on. Eastbound 10 at New Avenue. Again, if you're
Justice Obsessed, we are in North Carolina.
Division that is in pursuit of a possible stolen Hyundai, silver in color. It does have some damage now to the car because there's been a lot of close calls, and I think at point
if the car is damaged, it's more than a close call.
That we were able to notice.
Oh, that was loud.
He was running stop signs, running red lights, wrong side of the road, fast speed, really scary stuff. And now he's all over the road here on the 10 freeway.
You can hear in her voice. She's like, "Oh no, he's gonna go."
There isn't too much traffic, but the traffic that there is, he's just weaving in and out of here. He's right on the 10 freeway, now entering Rosemead. Just threading the needle here, folks. High speeds, you see them there, over 100 miles an hour. Wow. I'm hearing that the LAPD is going to cancel the pursuit because it's just too dangerous. That's obvious. They're trying to see though if maybe the CHP can pick it up since it's on the freeway. But what a danger to other commuters here on the freeway. Once again, this is the eastbound 10 freeway coming through Rosemead. So if you know anyone that normally travels this freeway at this time, give them the heads up. Hopefully they can exit and let this pursuit go by before...
Seriously though, who's going to call and be like, "Hey, are you on the freeway?" Because here comes a high-speed chase. Nobody does that. They always say that. If you know it, if you're in the area, It's
extremely
too late
dangerous.
by the time you hear
And,
this.
At this point, no one behind him, so there's really no reason for him to be driving this way, but yeah, he continues to do so with just the airship overhead, but even he turned his nights enough, so he's not even lighting the vehicle. So this guy
Tommy, I'll be back in the studio next week.
driving this way.
I'll be here till
Till
Saturday afternoon, unless something happens. Rudy, I agree. She's a great voiceover for car chases. I'd like to hire her for all the chases.
Yeah, thank you to my friend Sandra, who is pointing out no headlights on this guy, so that really makes it difficult to see. That CHP is coming. My pilot Jim is hearing that, so that's what we were waiting to hear to see if California Highway Patrol.
He blacked out the headlights, Katrina. He turned the lights off so they could sort of hide.
Frequency for those of you who have a scanner and want to tune in with us. So the yellow frequency here on.
Man, this girl's awesome.
Here on the CHP scanner. CHP, that's going to be the yellow's going to be the East LA frequency.
She's giving out the East LA, the radio frequency, so people can listen into the police side of it.
Change the scanner so I can get it on the East LA frequency.
Close call as he smashes a car. Yeah. Purple Haze, I think they have a constant rotation of helicopters in the sky just for any time. Oh, there's a bug. Shell Sands, will you please cover the Dan Markle case? It starts the end of July. He was murdered by 2 hitmen. They've been tried and convicted already. Now Charlie Adderson Bill is being tried. That does sound really good, Shells. I'd love to cover that one. Here's the problem we've got. The end of July is a busy time. You've got Shabusiness, which we're not going to cover. That's her own Shabusiness. I don't know anyone who would be able to cover that and air it on YouTube. We have Sarah Boone. So if Sarah Boone pushes, which it's done several times already, that would open us up there. But Sarah Boone starts on the 24th. So we want to see that one. I don't know how long it will go, but we might be able to do both. I don't know. You know, who needs sleep?
I'm with you guys here. We'll continue here eastbound on the 10 freeway.
Where's the video? Are you seeing the video?
Overhead from the California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, we're hard committed to Sarah Boone. We've done so many videos on that already. This is Elenia Moreno from the Sky Camera on Helicopter. She mostly works weeknights.
All over the road.
Gail, thank you so much for that. This girl, Elena, needs a raise.
So no ground units on him, just the airship. Continuing eastbound on the 10 freeway. We're in El Monte now, so next freeway coming up is going to be the 605. When we first found out about this vehicle, it was in East LA. It was not far from the Commerce train yard, actually, just a little north of there. And the sheriff.
Not sure what happened there.
Was trying to get units behind it, but he couldn't get any units behind it, so they actually let it go at that point, but eventually the LAPD's Hollenbeck division spotted the vehicle as well, and then they started pursuing, and now those units are off of it, and now they're trying to get the CHP behind it, but we still have the airship overhead, continuing to monitor this guy, even though there are no units now behind this vehicle, just because it's just so dangerous.
I think we'll have one more Boone letter before trial.
To the orange here in a moment, since we're getting closer to the Baldwin Park area.
She knows her stuff. She knows the area that she's flying over and which frequency to be on the scanner. I think she's actually calling it out so that the studio can probably follow along as well. They usually have scanners in the studio.
So LAPD Air 16 is overhead.
Shells, please do send me info on that Dan Markle case. August is probably a great time.
Want to follow along, it's now on the orange.
He's using his blinker. Turns his lights off, turns the blinker on.
There's a CHP unit right behind him. Let's see what he does. He just flew by him at 100 miles an hour. He has to get behind him.
Connie, I think they think if they can't see the copter can't see them. It's like the ostrich head in the sand thing. They look up and they don't see the helicopter.
The unit that's directly behind him. He's on the scanner right now.
I think they're getting away.
So
I'm feeling bugs on my neck.
The vehicle now, they're approaching Puente. 100 miles an hour. Wow.
Somebody said, I know you're in the middle of stuff. If you're able to answer, what's your
I don't
YouTube
know
called?
specifically
Let's
what
see.
type of Hyundai vehicle it is, but silver in color.
Honestly, I never thought a Hyundai would be the
And
the
this
vehicle of
unit is
choice.
going to be lighting him up here very soon is what we're hearing. So we'll see his lights turn on here in just a moment.
Okay.
Coming up to West Covina Parkway here on the eastbound 10 freeway. About 80 miles an hour. He's using every lane of this eastbound 10 freeway, and there are the lights. That's what we were waiting for. There you go. He is finally lit up. I highly doubt that's going to do anything because he had units behind him with their code 3 lights on when this pursuit first began, and that didn't stop him, so I doubt it's going to stop him now. It
What's
might
one more
only
crime,
embolden
right?
him even more.
Now he just feels desperate because he knows
I
how
wanna
close
say
they are.
He has his hazards on. Whoa, look at that. He pretended he was going to exit at Vincent Avenue, but it is now back on the eastbound 10 freeway.
He's tricky.
Unclear how many people may be in this car. I should have mentioned that. Across the scanner, they're just saying it's a he, so they believe it's a male driver.
It's almost always a he.
Whether there's
Like
more than one person in
statistically,
the vehicle,
I don't know.
that's
Women
why.
must just be smarter. They know that they're like, look, I'm busted. The cop has my license plate. They're going to catch me. The guys are like, no, I can get away with it. And they make a run for it anyway.
Man, look at these speeds, guys. Triple digits. Blacked out. This is as dangerous as it gets. At least he's on the freeway, though. Could be worse. Could be on surface streets. Through Azusa here, eastbound 10 freeway. Going all the way to the right. Let's see what he does. He's just going to go all the way to the left. So he's just...
It's like pinballing down the freeway.
Across the freeway right now. Oh, hard on the brakes here. Yeah, he's got a little bit of traffic here. Citrus is the next exit. You can see some damage to the car because he hasn't been involved in some collisions at least.
That'll buff out.
In West Covina now, at Barranca Street, on the eastbound 10. So we first heard about this, we were actually up getting some video of some other things going on around town tonight. And we heard what this was following. It was very close by, so we approached just to see if it would go pursuit, and it went pursuit as soon as we got on it. So we...
Sorry. Hang on. Hey, Sean.
Hey, is your home phone?
It was. It's not right now. I'm on a live stream, so I can't give it to you. I'll text it to you, though. Okay? All right. Bye. Hey, Mrs. R.A., call Sean. Can you do that? Mrs. R.A., are you here? We're going to pick up this.
Been overhead essentially the entire time that this has been a pursuit.
Did that work? Did it go black?
Hollybeck's division near the City Terrace area, so it's kind of near Cal State LA. And then he was all over the place. Oh gosh, so many close calls on surface streets as well as on the freeway. But you see all these CHP units kind of getting in position. So that's going to be the secondary unit of the pursuit that's going to get behind the primary that we see there, the SUV. Heading over to the Kellogg Hill area. So in terms of pursuit intervention tactics,
I forgot it's hump day.
Out of the question. He's going way too fast.
I have to do hump day! Welcome to Wednesday.
Strips, but that's going to be
Sorry about
really
that.
tough because he's literally using every lane. So they would pretty much have to guess which lane he's going to be in. So it's going to be really difficult to do. And the speeds, they're just way too high. So at this point, their best bet is just to try to just get him to surrender. The way he's driving this car, I mean, who knows how long it's gonna last on him. Who knows how much gas he had when all this began. But approaching the Kellogg Hill area here on the eastbound 10. Yeah, that's a good point, Jack. So Jack Noyes at the assignment desk just making a good point there that I want to share with you guys. So they had gone into tracking mode. Police had gone into tracking mode because he was driving so recklessly. They thought if he doesn't see us behind him, maybe he'll slow down. Obviously that didn't work. So now the units are behind him again because it doesn't matter whether they are there or not. This guy's going to continue to drive like a madman. Over 100 miles an hour here on the eastbound 10 freeway. I am hearing now the talk about spike strips, so at least that's coming into the conversation, but maybe exiting here onto the 57 freeway. Let's see if he does north or south 57. Looks like south 57, so southbound 57 freeway from the 10 freeway.
This guy's crazy.
Southbound
and he's in a Hyundai.
57 freeway, the orange freeway, that's going to dead end.
Hyundais were always like the cheap car growing up, but I guess they've come a long way.
Gets that far.
Did Mrs. R.A. say she would call Sean for me?
I'm just seeing two. It's tough to keep up with this guy. I mean, he's driving so fast. Kudos to my pilot, James Pollard, who's keeping us on this. This guy's moving fast.
I'm sorry, Carol.
That simple, light traffic conditions.
I should probably move the microphone a little farther away from my mouth. Always on go. Yes, I remember the original name, JS218. Welcome back. Good to have you back.
Up until now, it had been the LAPD airship, but that's way outside his jurisdiction now because we're all the way at the 10 and the 57 now. So it's going to be a CHP now. We're heading towards Diamond Bar.
Becky, thank you for clicking the subscribe button.
Side of the 57. Light traffic conditions.
Abby, thank you for passing the message on to my wife.
The Brea Pass. And as far as I can see, traffic conditions are going to be light for him. And I have a low light camera, which means I'm able to see things. Even
she has all the toys.
Conditions, but this guy being blacked out makes it tough to see.
She's not in chat.
He's approaching the 60.
I did make it out of the office, Micah, just a little bit. I'm not saying I'm not knocking the Hyundai. I mean, look at this chase. The Hyundai's doing well. It's doing really well. I mean, top speeds.
This is where they come together, so let's see what he does.
Corey Richens wrote a wild email to authorities before her arrest. We need to read that. Well, let's do that next week.
Here to the 60.
Thank you, always on go. JS218, appreciate you.
There we go. Yeah, it looks like he's. Yep, westbound 60. Westbound 60 from the 57.
I hear a lawnmower, but I don't know what they're mowing. I guess there's a little bit of grass over by the parking strip. It's all sand. You can't mow sand. We're over halfway done with this chase. It's about a 34 minute chase roughly. Do you roast marshmallows over campfire? I do, but we have not yet. The wood, we have to bring our own wood here. Even though we're in a forest, you can't use the wood that they have. Even though there's dead branches all over on the ground. So our wood arrived last night late, but we didn't make a fire. It was already hot.
That's incredible. All over the freeway, gosh. If you're just joining us, this was originally the LAPD's Hollenbeck division that was in pursuit of what they believed to be a stolen car, a silver Hyundai. The pursuit essentially then went into surveillance mode, which was helicopter only because of the dangerous driving conditions.
Hey, welcome, Brandon.
And then eventually, Hollenbeck let it go. The CHP took over because it had made its way onto the freeway. It had made its way onto the freeway. And so now it is the California Highway Patrol that is in pursuit behind this guy, as well as in the air. Pardon me here. They're actually switching frequencies on us. They're moving over to the blue. If you've got a scanner, if you're following along with us on the scanner, CHP blue frequency is what they're switching to now. As he continues here westbound on the 60 freeway, coming into Roland Heights.
Okay. I think the youth group is probably at the destination right now. We're very close to the destination where they're going to go climbing.
Industry now.
Carol, it's all right. I'm actually there's a breeze today. At least the trees are swaying. I'm not feeling it all the way down here, but it's not bad. I'm in the shade. It's all right.
Okay.
That 1 hour she's calling back to the station. She's telling them how much more fuel they have, how long they can stay in the air to follow the chase. This will be over before that hour is up. Last Poet, this is, if you're watching this live stream, you're watching it live over the LiveU.
Looks like you might have hit the
that's my new hardware. I'm running 4 modems right now. I think all 4 are running. Hopefully they're all connected. But I've got like 1 bar on each modem. So this is, I'm testing it here because this is one of the worst conditions I can imagine being in. Far from any cell coverage that's reasonable at all. I wanted to be able to push a signal and see how well it worked. Test out some audio. Obviously, I can go live with a lot less equipment than I brought here, but I wanted to test a lot of it together.
The city terrace area. It was on Surface Street too. It was actually on Soto.
I'm pretty happy with how it's working.
Soto near Marengo is where they actually initiated the traffic stop for the pursuit. It was the LAPD's Hollenbeck division, but he quickly took off. He made no attempt to stop whatsoever, not even to pretend to stop. And he just took off, and it's been a fast-moving, dangerous chase ever since. When he was on Surface Streets, he was running stop signs, running red lights, so it's actually a good thing that he's on the freeway, because at least it takes that cross-traffic situation out of it, as well as the possibility of pedestrians. But even then, it is so dangerous on the freeway here. He's coming up to a little bit of traffic here, splitting there between cars. CHP still behind him. Let's see how many units now. Okay, so I still see just 2 units of the California Highway Patrol that are behind this guy, as well as the CHP airship overhead at 100 miles plus. Tapping the brakes. Let me widen out to see why. Not really see anything. Oh, trying to dodge that Tesla.
Yeah, don't hit the Tesla.
So 60 freeway. Gonna be coming up to 65.
There's a very squeaky bug near me, and I don't know what it is. Sounds hungry.
Hacienda Heights.
If you guys see a big bug like sneaking up behind me, please let me know. It's so loud. Oh man.
And I don't think those are his hazards that are on. I think he just has his blinker on. Yes, Jack, CHP.
California Highway Patrol.
We've got 2 ground units behind him. We've got a CHP helicopter overhead. We're now 60 westbound on Crossroads Parkway, so that's 6605. Not far from Rose Hill Cemetery. We're just on the north side of it.
Maybe 15 seconds too late. Yeah. You guys will say, look out, and then
So what can they do to
Well, there's
get this guy
one of
to
those
stop?
big wood bees is
Well, they're
buzzing
not going
above
to fit
me.
him, that's for sure. He's going way too fast. They could use spike strips though. That's an option. But they would have to
Here, I'm
guess
gonna,
where he's
I'm gonna
going.
turn on my other
at this
mic so you
point.
can hear it. What's going
Who
on?
knows? He's pretty much all over the place. Using every lane. So it's really hard to guess what lane he's going to be in to try to successfully deploy a set of spike strips. So all they could do is just continue to follow him, try to get him to stop. Hopefully he runs out of gas. Hopefully he doesn't crash. But the way he's been driving, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how things end.
Test
There's
1,
no
2.
talk of him being under the influence in any way. Simply came back as stolen.
Under the influence, this would be a very good driver for driving under the influence.
To pull over and the pursuit was on. It's unclear when the car was stolen and under what circumstances, but it was the LAPD's Hollenbeck division that initially started the pursuit. They surrendered it to the California Highway Patrol since they are the police of our freeways here in California, and they've been overhead and behind it ever since. So this has been a pursuit that's been going on now for quite some time. I'd put it at least 30 minutes at this point.
We'd have to look at the sleeping father trial. Is it going to go long enough that we could catch up? What is the giant beetle doing? Stalking me, Ritz. It's stalking me.
60 at Rosemead Boulevard. So we're kind of headed back in the direction that we came.
Mary.
I know they're talking about spike strips. There's a unit with a spike strip.
You guys are the worst.
Of course, we won't mention
Love y'all.
exactly where, just in case he's listening to our broadcasts, which does happen sometimes, and we're not trying to help him dodge them, that's for sure.
Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left on this video, so it's coming to an end. I'm actually not scared of the bugs. I have bug spray. I have not put it on yet. I'm more worried about mosquitoes than I am about anything else.
Still 60 westbound. We were headed east for a while. Now we're headed west for a while as well.
It's like a bird that just swooped down and crashed into the grass.
So if that's the case, my guess is he's going to be heading back towards kind of the East LA area. Of course, when they run the car, that's just going to give the information of the registered owner or the rightful owner of the vehicle. So that doesn't help police figure out who's driving it, since this guy allegedly stole it.
We are going to do Coburger as well. JS218, Coburger for sure. It may actually be up there if we can get the judge to okay cameras in the courtroom. I'm in progress of getting access directly there.
And all of our streaming platforms. Buenas noches desde el helicóptero. Yo soy Elian Moreno reportando sobre una persecución policíaca que se encuentra en la
She's
autopista
bilingual.
en dirección oeste en la ciudad de Montebello. Esa es una persecución que empezó aproximadamente, será unos 30 minutos en el área del este de Los Ángeles con la policía de la ciudad de Los Ángeles de la división Hollenbeck. La persecución empezó en el área de City Terrace, una persecución que ha estado a altas velocidades.
City Terrace, blah, 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 blah. That's what I heard. Hyundai.
Al momento se desconoce cuántas personas están adentro del vehículo, pero el conductor es un hombre. Y desde que la persecución empezó, ahora la patrulla de caminos de California es el departamento que está detrás del vehículo, con por lo menos 2 patrullas del Departamento de Patrullas de California, junto con el helicóptero que llegó del aeropuerto de Fullerton para seguir esta persecución, que ahora continúa aquí en una dirección oeste en la autopista 60, acercándose a la autopista 710 en Monterey Park.
This woman is a machine.
Presuntamente un carro robado. Reportando desde de Monterey Park, desde el helicóptero, yo soy Elian Moreno, Telemundo 52.
That was...
Back with you guys now in English for NBC LA.
Like...
111
and now in Italian. And a quick little German bit. How many languages does she have?
60 westbound. LAPD was the original agency on this one. It is now the CHP. And
I see all your comments about what's behind me, but I've got a little tiny screen I can see behind me. I don't see any movement.
So we're in Monterey Park area, East Los Angeles. You've got units of the CHP that you see off to the sides there. That's what's called the Code 100. So essentially they're off to the sides, ready to swoop in if needed.
Maybe spike strip.
On the freeway here in California, a different portion of the CHP can take over. A different CHP office is able to take over. So we just had the Baldwin Park units behind him, but now East LA units are going to be able to take over because we're now entering East Los Angeles. If we continue westbound towards downtown LA, then the central units of the CHP can take over. So at that point, those units can move into the pursuit. That way the other units can return to their original areas of service. He may be exiting though. Let's see what he does here. I think he's exiting. So possibly exiting here at Lorena Street. Yep, exiting Lorena here from the westbound.
Here we go.
See, this is going to put him in East Los Angeles. Going to set up to make that southbound turn onto Lorena from the 60 freeway, going over
Welcome,
the 60
Cachette.
freeway.
My mic's too hot. I need to turn down the sound just a little bit.
So headed here southbound
Is that
on
better?
Lorena.
Check, check, check. Okay.
Cross traffic. Oh gosh. Blew that red. Man. Is this guy lucky or what? Still southbound on Lorena.
Does Amazon deliver where you are now? No.
Now the officers, they're not going to run the red lights too, the way he is. What they're going to do is they'll try to clear the intersection the best they can and continue to follow him.
Gail.
But because he is running, oh gosh. Ran the red there, nearly collided with that car.
This woman feels every single impact this car has.
Called Estrada Street from Lorena. Residential area here of East Los Angeles.
Linda, we're going to be down at the beach or the shoreline of the lake later today.
Making southbound here onto
I may do some short little tests.
This is a really interesting choice to
We'll
come this way. That leads me to believe that this is an area that he's familiar with because it's not really somewhere where you would naturally think to turn to try to avoid the police. There is a dead end coming up, but let's see what he does. I have a feeling he knows this area pretty well, so he likely won't trap himself. He's on Wynwood Lane, making another turn here. I think this is going to be 8th. Either Grande Vista or 8th, one of the two. I think it's 8th. And making another turn and kind of making circles around this same general neighborhood now.
Maybe he knows this area. A lot of times they'll drive somewhere they know and then try to dump the car and get to hiding where they have some protection. The Brown Barn, I'm very happy with this.
We got a unit right behind him.
I haven't heard much from you guys about any buffering at all.
Here of some apartments. I think he's going to ditch the car. Yep, here's a dead end.
Dead end, dead end.
What are you going to do, buddy? Let's see.
What you going to do? Find a way out through a fence? What's he going to do?
Okay. Just on the other side of these apartments. Going to be coming under these trees with lots of deputies behind him. Lots of officers, rather, here from the CHP. 4 officers from the California Highway Patrol taking this man now into custody.
Busted.
So Jim's going to move the helicopter over just a touch to the right so we can see the arrest.
Didn't have to release the hounds on this one.
Glen Avenue and Concord Street. We're in East Los Angeles. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jim, for bringing us around. So what we couldn't see there when the building was obstructing was that a team of officers moved in for the arrest. You see them there.
I think there's a lawnmower. Oh, I see a lawnmower coming. Nice. He's going to mow my yard.
Officer just took a spill there.
Officer biffed it. Oh. Lawnmower's going by. Sorry,
was
guys.
stolen out of Monterey Park. And it might just be my eyes, but it looks like this is a very young man who is now in custody.
Maisel, I did a quick hump day yell. I don't have the sound effects to do the Mike, what day is it, Mike? But I did quick hump day shout. Not too loud, because there are other people camping not too far away. Wild lawnmower approaches. Yes, this is in its native environment. I did yell at hump day. Okay, are we okay to turn off the live stream? We've got a few more things I want to tell you about. I have no pickles, Kim. Zero pickles
yes.
here. Okay, we're 1 minute left on the video.
Yes, it will, Jack. Not far at all. I can see it out the window. Like maybe 2 minutes.
Okay. And we're gonna fade out. We're done. All right. Okay. Here's what I wanted to say. I'm actually in an area that I found this out this morning. I did not know this. Have you heard of the? And I have to credit Brandon for this. Brandon, you may actually be listening. If you are, make it known in chat. There's a plant called the Venus.
You made me hungry. Got to go eat. Was fun. Be safe.
Thank you,
Bare face.
Thank you. Appreciate the super chat. There's a plant called the Venus flytrap, which is it's like a segmented leaf cactus. So it's got little, I don't know. It's a little pokey plant, but it's not really pokey. But it has flowers that bloom that have teeth, and it eats flies. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a plant, and it has these little pods that open up. They have these long mesh fingers like eyelashes, and they open up, and it sits there like this, and then anything that lands in it like has a little glistening surface that attracts bugs, so like your eyeballs do out here in the heat, and something lands on it, and it just goes, and it just closes, and then it just digests the bug, and it just absorbs all the goodness that the bug has to offer. It's actually native to this area, like where I am right now. So I'm really excited. I was wandering around looking for it. The only thing I found was a volunteer watermelon, which I think somebody spit a seed and it just started growing in the sand. The soil here in this area is not very good for farming. I know this because on the way down, I was driving by and I saw a bunch of guys standing in a field, and then there was the three guys were watching the tractor. The one guy was on the tractor driving. I don't know my tractors well enough to know if he was fertilizing or planting or harvesting or plow. I could probably tell if he was plowing, but it had something on the ground that was doing something in the dirt. And he's driving back and forth, but up ahead he stops, he gets out and he's looking all over on the ground. I'm like, the dude clearly lost something. He dropped, I don't know, his phone, I don't know what it is, but he can't find it. He's looking all over, and so I flip a Yui because, hey, I've got a metal detector, right? And odds are it's probably metal. So I swing around to go help him. By the time we get turned around to tell him, hey, I can help, he's hopped back in the tractor and starts driving off. So I drive up ahead of him and talk to the three guys. I'm like, hey, I saw your dude lost something in the ground. I've got a metal detector. I could help him if you want. They're like, no, he's just checking to see if the seeds, how deep the seeds are going in the ground. I'm like, okay, so I'm the idiot. Of course, he's just checking to see how well the seeds are planted. But I had no idea. I'd never done farming. Everyone else, you guys probably all knew that. So I'm making small talk because now I feel sort of stupid, not knowing clearly that he's driving a tractor that has all these things and putting seeds in the ground. So what are you planting? And he's like, weed. I'm like, what? And it's like hemp, like hemp, or he's like fiber hemp, and he starts laughing. And so he's planting a derivative, hemp, which is similar to marijuana, and he's got this 100-acre field that he's planting full of marijuana. And I look down on the ground. Sure enough, there are, what I remember as being marijuana seeds. I'd come across them a time or two before. I'll have to share that story somewhere else. I'm sorry, I'm kicking the camera. But so they're planting all these seeds, and it's doing a good job. And I said, so, you know, I've never seen somebody plant 100 acres of marijuana before, even though it's hemp. I don't call it marijuana because the guy was joking about it. And he said, yeah, we're growing it for fiber, and I'm actually going to harvest this with a hay baler and just do round bales and ship it up to Lumberton where the guy wants it. I'm like, that sounds awesome. Have you done this much? And he's like, well, this is the second year. The first year we planted it, not a single plant came up. Not a single seed sprouted. I'm like, you got dormant seed? You got seeds that weren't germinated? And he's like, yeah, there was bad seed. He had ordered all his seed from Texas. So imagine, you know, what looks like, you know, I don't know how many crate loads of marijuana seeds or hemp seeds, and all of them were bad. Not a single one would germinate and sprout. And so this time he got seeds from Asia, from a different source, and he was trying that, and hopefully they grow this time. But so I wished him luck with his pot farm. But anyway, so let's see. They make a lot of things with hemp now. Yeah, they use it for the fiber. They do it for the fiber. It makes great rope. If you ever worked in like theater, the ropes they use to fly in all the backdrops and the lights and the, you know, all the different vertical props that come rise and drop from the ceiling. A lot of times they'll fly those in. They'll use hemp ropes on those because of the properties the hemp has. Let's see, bad seed. Yeah, don't trust Texas. Apparently they don't send out good hemp seeds. Is hemp profitable these days? The farmer was telling me he gets, what, $600 an acre from it, regardless of what grows. And so I don't know what his business model is, but he got paid the same last year as he'll get this year, even if everything grows. So I guess he actually liked it last year because he didn't have to do any of the work. There was no harvesting, but he still got the full payment. So I don't know what the deal is. It sounds sort of bizarre. I know he's leasing the land, and then he has a deal with some company for the seed. So they pay him to plant the seed and then harvest it. And they pay him regardless of crop production. So they lost big time last year on that one. Another thing, they're not able to, first of all, there's no federal grants. You know, if you're planting soybeans or corn or, you know, one of the other main crops, there are federal grants all over the place to help you with your crop. You can get crop insurance in case the weather just, you know, does you dirty and you end up with nothing. But when you're growing hemp for fiber, you can't get any of that. So it's all just you know, a crapshoot. Our overhead is about $400 to $500 an acre, says Eddie. Yeah, I don't know what his is, but it was interesting. He said that the only reason he's growing hemp on there is because he said it's watermelon. This is the watermelon field. That's the only thing that'll grow here is watermelon and hemp. If it was a good field, you'd have it in corn or soybean or something that's very productive. And this bee is massive. It's good. It's about to fly in front of the. Got him. Do you see that? Slow-mo that. Slow-mo that. I caught that. It was right in front of my face and whack. Did you hear that? Now he's mad and he's going to go get his friends. Okay, live stream is over, guys. I'm out of here. I've got to get in the house. Let's see. First of all, let me just say thank you all for being here. I appreciate. I realize ideally we would have court for you to watch this week. This is something that I do on the side. I do help and serve with different community groups with my church, and it's something I like doing. It's a big part of who I am, and so that's why I volunteered to do this. But I wanted to use the opportunity to test this equipment because we want to use this in our live streams with other court cases. Oh, the clouds just... Oh, no, it was a rogue cloud covered the sun briefly. The sun's coming back. Anyway, I think this was a success. I think it was a huge success. I'm very happy with the equipment. I'm going to go back and watch the stream myself just to see the pixelation level. I'm going to go back and watch all the data as far as what the connections were and how many bars we have. I'm super happy with the modems, these 4 modems I have, because they turn on and it's like, okay, I've got a Verizon signal, and then it's like suddenly, oh wait, AT&T has a better signal, and the modem switches to be an AT&T modem, and it'll connect that way. So they are agnostic modems that really do. I can have 4 AT&T modems, or 4 Verizon, or 4 T-Mobile, or US Cellular, or any one of like 20 different networks that it will scan through and just join. So I'm very happy with that. It's a bit spendy. It's a bit much. It's about $600 a month for the data. So we've got to use these for court cases, or else it just doesn't make sense for me to do this. But we will be back in court Monday, and then we're going to have only half a week because I have to go to the College of Williams and Mary. I don't know where it is. Is that by Wilmington, Virginia? I'll be up in Colonial Williamsburg. Sorry, not Wilmington. I'll be up in Williamsburg, Virginia, at the end of next week, just for a couple days. But then we'll be back to live streaming everything. So I'll be back in the office, and I won't leave again for a week. I'll be gone a week in July, and then that's it. But not before before Sarah Boone. We did order some bug zappers, Ritz. The next group that's coming up is bringing us some bug zappers. Let's see. I see some people are getting some pixelation. I'm in a bad spot, honestly. I think the cell phone tower is on the other side of the house, so I'm sort of tucked in. There's another. Man, that's a mean bee. It's a hornet, and it's about this big, and it just went into a hole in the wood, right above me. It's not one of those wood bees. Okay. This is where I draw the line, guys. That's a nasty looking hornet. Anyway, I'm happy the test worked. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. I'll try to do some more live streams this week. I'm going to show you live streaming from the beach. We'll be on the beach in Wilmington later this week. Do some metal detecting down there. Hopefully we can find some gold, and you guys can all watch it happen, which is always fun because you do the gold dance. You have to do the gold dance when you find gold. Very few metal detectors will tell you this story, but they do the dance themselves when they find it. So hopefully we'll be able to check off the gold ring or a gold chain or something on that. Let's see. We're all in a bad spot. I'm in the Hornets' house. Really, I've moved into their environment. Hornet spray that. I didn't bring any hornet spray. Hornets are bad. Oh man, that one's really loud. I can feel the when the bee flies by. I feel the downdraft from his wings. It's a huge one. Please show Rick about it. Thanks. Oh, the like button. Appreciate that. Let me see if I can get. Can show you a little bit around here. I think we have. Let's see. I'm on 4. Okay. So here's me over there. So this is my view with the camera right there, and then here's my LiveU hanging with the modems hanging from it. There are 2 on the other side as well. You can't see, and it's hanging from up there. There's the hole in the roof where the bee goes in. We got the we call the meshal. It says mess hall, but there's no space between mess and hall, so it's a meshal next to us where we eat. And here's the table where all the magic happens right now with my towel. Anyway, that's thanks for spending my birthday. Oh, I'm not sure what just happened, but whatever it was not good. I think I'm still live, but the computer just disappeared. I think, oh, it's rebooting. The computer chose this moment to reboot. Well, I think that means it's time to end the stream, and I don't know how to do that with my computer off. Okay, so here we go. Let's go over here. I think I can control it through my phone. LiveU control. Sign in. Well, it wants my username and password. Good thing I memorized that. Lucky guess, maybe. I just changed it. Let's see. Okay. Remember me. Yes, please. Yes. Oh, it let me turn on Face ID to log in. Okay, so I'm in. First try, I'll have you know. First try, I remember my username and password. Select a device. Oh, I used the wrong tool entirely. Never mind. That's for broadcasters. Now I have to log in again. Big bug on my leg. Oh, wow. You can see the bandwidth, AT&T, Verizon. Only 3 of my modems are connecting still. So the third modem is still not there. We'll have to work on that. And let's see. Control room. Trying to connect to the studio right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it powered off. It keeps trying to power back on, but maybe my laptop does not like the warm. Okay, there we go. All right, I can see you all on my phone. Now it's working. Okay. I just want to say thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you being here for this test. Your feedback and the information you provided me was invaluable to be able to use this to figure out how things work and how it's going to go in the future. So thank you all for that. Let's see, unplug this, unplug that. There we go. That needs to charge. It's thermal overload. It's actually not hot. It's not heat. The battery went dead. So I think I may have kicked the power, or maybe only plugged in one end of the power cord, so it doesn't plug into the outlet. So the battery just went dead. But we're okay. We don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. The mosquitoes drive me crazy. The funny thing, I can actually, because I'm on wireless mic, I don't have to be right here. I don't have to hear myself even, which is funny, so I can get up and wander around, and you guys can still hear me. Oh, I'm limping because my leg hurts so bad. Let's see. We're still putting out, still connections, good. It's actually pretty nice. I can go in and get a drink. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, let's see, we've got fresh lemonade. By fresh, I mean freshly mixed, not like freshly squoze. That would be better if it was freshly squoze, but ice cold too. It's chilly. Okay. All right, I'm back. Mind the laptop, right? Oh man. Right knee needs some ice. We'll take care of that in a minute. All right, thank you everybody. I've got my lemonade. I'll be drinking this and a lot more in a little bit. But I appreciate it. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again. I don't know exactly when that will be. I want to do more tests while I'm out on vacation. Here, I apologize. Please keep me up to date, greeners, like you did before. That was amazing. If you could just give me one of those, if you're able to watch, that would be fantastic. On the Parkland case, we'll look at some of the other cases you guys have mentioned as well. See if we can follow some more interesting cases than the Parkland trial. That is a tough one. It's a really tough one to follow for me as well. But we'll be back. We'll be back at it sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what, because I don't know what the schedule is here. They've got me busy, doing all sorts of things. So thank you all. It's too small to see. Talk about kickback, taking it easy. I really am. Could you leave the chat up or no? Let's see. I think no, but let me tell you why. Because I created this live stream using the LiveU, it turns on a setting that says automatically end chat when the stream signal drops. And I can turn that off, but I wanted to make sure the signal never dropped during the broadcast. So even though it got a little pixelated at times, it didn't drop out. So I can't change that setting once the live stream started. I have to leave it the way it is. Oh, the breeze is here. Finally, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to go sit in the hammock without hurting my knee and do it. Yeah, I've got the rest of the day to kick back, take it easy, and drink lemonade. I mean, what could be better? Well, if Mrs. R.A. was here and maybe the kiddos, that would be better. But I'll take what I can get right now. So thank you all. Love you all. Thank you so much for your patience. Thanks for helping with this inaugural live stream using the LiveU. I'm a big fan, and I'm looking forward to what it can do when we have good cell connections. We might even try a 4K stream to see if it'll do that. So thank you. I already did the outro, so it's time to go home now. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye. I think I have to end it over there.